who have you learned from historically relative to, lessons that you used and you continue to use? Are there two, three people, anybody that stands out for you?
Uh, Nobody really stands out for me because I have so many. In fact, my Facebook page, I only use it for one thing and one thing only. And this answers your question, is that I search for quotes of people that are relevant to our day-to-day life. Today's quote was quote about life. A quote about enthusiasm. A quote of you think, and then I'd start digging into these individuals and so forth. I guess if I had to really name somebody off the top of my head, it's Mr. Rogers.
Oh, wow.
You laugh, you laugh, but you know why I say Mr. Rogers? Let me tell you something. Spend some time reading about this guy and read what he does and the focus what he has, and so here you have a guy that although by some definition you could say he was an actor, but he never really acted. He was 100% on PBS.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and he really meant it, and he really
Right.
about it and so forth. And so as I read so much about this guy, it's just sad that that he passed away. In my opinion, he passed away still at a young age. I mean, he was in his 70s, but I mean, to me, of all of the philosophers that I checked, this guy was the greatest philosopher that ever lived. And so I guess I would have to say, if I had to define somebody, as I would put Mr. Rogers at the top of the heap, and the next one would be the person that gives me that vision development understanding, and that's Dr. Martin Luther King. From an understanding of vision as a whole, particularly that particular period of time and the challenges that were faced upon, that guy did not stop at his vision. And so those are the kind of the people that I kind of center around, that sort of gives me the energy and the strength of focusing on looking at things we do today.
What do you mean when you say that guy didn't stop at his vision? What does that mean? He had a vision and then he went beyond it? What does that mean, that he didn't stop at his vision?
Well, let's talk. When he became, known in the 50s as a result of the Montgomery bus boycott, it was bigger than that. It was one thing about the civil rights movement part of the bus boycott that allowed for equality of every individual and so forth. But he was thinking more than that. He didn't want just equal opportunity for Montgomery, Alabama. He wanted equal opportunity for everybody. His "I Have a Dream" speech is, which I listened to over and over and over again. That's a speech of vision about that, and it was more than just talking about it. It's concepts of how to do it. So that's why I said he never stopped, and he had so many barriers, obstacles placed before him, and it was impacting him. Heck, he had people within his own color that didn't think he was doing the right thing, but he kept focused, and he moved forward and so forth. So, yeah, those are the kind of people that I migrate to. Mr. Rogers and Dr. King. What a combination.